Okay, here I am today. I'm going to see if you can figure out where I am. In a parking lot. I'm going to approach the building without showing you the name right away. But I bet you know what it is because you are so smart. There we go. Ta-da! And we're going to go into the store and we're just going to review the layout of the store so you know where to find things and you have a general idea of what's going on in this store, which you may already know, but it'll be a good review for you. Alright, outside we've got some pretty plants. We'll have to check those out later. And here's the door. The doors open automatically, so if you couldn't see, you would be able to hear that the door was opening for you. As you approach it, it opens. And the first thing you see when you come in the store is all the checkout lines. Alright? And there's a door on that side. And there's a door on this side. Alright? And all of the Food Lion stores I've been in are laid out the same way. So if you learn this store, then you're going to know other Food Lion stores. Alright? So the first thing we want to do is figure out where things are. And we're going to walk around the perimeter of the store. So first I'm going to go to the left because that's where some important things are. The first one I want to know about is this one. Alright, and we will talk about what that is. I'm going to walk towards it. So this is where I would come if I needed to ask a question, if I needed somebody to help me shop. I would come here and there would be a person behind the desk at some point who would come over and help me. Alright, and then immediately to the left of that, so this is the left side of the store if I'm come in the front door and I'm facing the back of the store. The left side of the store, I can smell what area I'm in. It smells like chicken cooking. It smells really good, like somebody's frying some chicken. And it is the deli. So in the deli, you find cooked food, you find some prepared food, and then you find some other things that you can take home with you and cook. And this is also, it's not just the deli. I'll give you a hint. What is all of this stuff? The section of the store that you find these things is called the bakery. Alright, so the bakery and the deli are together. And this is where you find all the breads and the cakes and all the yummy stuff and all the cold cuts and sliced cheeses. So if you're going to make sandwiches, here's some more cheese and all kinds of cakes, cookies, all the good stuff. Alright, and there's some refrigerators, some cold freezer areas where some frozen cakes are, ice cream cakes, and then there's refrigeration. So you can hear the sound of the refrigeration, you can smell this cooking, you can smell some of the, if they were making cookies or cakes, you would be able to smell that. So you can smell things in this area, you can hear things in this area. I hear the refrigerator sound. And then you can also see the things that are here.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. I'm just making a video for a student.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So on this far left side of the store is all dairy, okay? So you know what dairy is. Butter, eggs, that kind of stuff. And it's cold on this aisle because I have, on one side I have the refrigerator, and on the other side I have the freezer with all the ice cream and stuff. So this aisle is cold, so you're going to feel the cold when you walk down this aisle. I'm going to walk all the way to the end of it. The whole aisle has all kinds of dairy stuff. Cheese, yogurt, sour cream, some drinks, some iced teas and juices that have to be cold. And then on the other side is all frozen stuff, different frozen things, okay? And I want you to notice on all of the aisles of the store, they also have little signs. They have a big sign telling you what is on the aisle in general, and then specific little signs above the spot where the ice cream is or where whatever you're looking for is, okay? And then here is one of the bigger signs. And I'm on the final aisle of the store, which is 15. So there's 15 aisles altogether. All right. And when we get to the end of this dairy aisle, we have this back area where some of it is for the workers that work here, but then there's also public restrooms. So if you had to go to the restroom, this is where you do that. And there's also a water fountain, which is nice. All right, now I'm going to go along the back wall of the store and let you see what's on the back wall. And it is more dairy, milk. All the milk is back here. The creamer for the coffee. And then we come to some freezers. So there's refrigerated stuff, and then there's freezer, frozen stuff. So it's a little bit cold back here as well, but not like that aisle 15. All right, so here's a bunch of frozen stuff. Then we get to some more refrigerated things. Bacon, hot dogs, cold cuts for lunches. And here's all the meat. And it has little signs up here, like I said before, so you can find the specific kind of meat you're looking for. You don't have to just wander around. And if you couldn't see anything and you came in the store, a person who worked here could help you shop. So we're going to keep going. We're still on the back wall of the store. And it's all cold, refrigerated, or frozen things. Got to the end of all the meats. Now I'm at aisle. Let's see if you can read it. I'm going to show you the sign. See if you can read it. It's aisle number what? And it tells you what it has on this aisle. Alright, so there's the big sign, and then once again, there are small signs telling you exactly where everything is that you're looking for. So I want to find some canned corn. So I'm not going to go right here, but I'm going to go down to the next sign and see if I can find it. So here I am. It says canned vegetables. So I'm going to look on each row, and ta-da, there it is, the corn. All right, so this aisle says that it has all kinds of canned things, condiments, which is stuff you put on your sandwiches like mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, all that kind of stuff. Then it also says it has international food. So here's an example of what that is. It's different kinds of food, so different ingredients people might use to make Asian food or Indian food or Hispanic food, all right? And I'll show you how they have little signs for that too, so you know if you're looking for a certain ingredient, you can look in the right section. And they have spices that are just different from just the regular everyday spices. So they have all kinds of interesting stuff here. And if you're looking for a special ingredient, this might be the spot. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Here comes some condiments, and they even have them narrowed down too. They have sauces for steak, all kinds of different sauces, not just for steak. Whole section of ketchup. Alright, so now we're going to come up to this front. This would be the right side of the store if we were facing the way we came in. Alright, and so in this front section of the store, it is called the, you can see that? The sign is kind of in the way, but it's the produce section, alright? So produce is all the stuff that grows in the ground. So vegetables, fresh vegetables, and fresh fruit. And then some things that are prepared, like there's a refrigerator that has salad stuff. There's some juices. In this section you can hear things, and you can also smell things. You might smell flowers, you might smell some fruit. And I can hear the refrigerator, the condenser of the refrigerator, because this section also has a lot of stuff that has to stay cold. Alright, so it's kind of similar to the other side of the store. Alright, and I definitely can smell the flowers. They smell really, really, really good. I'm going to go walk up to them so you can see all kinds of beautiful flowers. And it smells great up here. And now I have made my way all the way around the perimeter of the store and back to the checkout area. So I want to show you a couple more things before I end my video. Some more flowers. Smells so good. So in the store, I said before, there are 15 aisles. So each of the aisles has a sign with a number. So if you came in the store and you needed to find something, you could ask somebody to help you and they could tell you what aisle it was on. All right, and then you could go to that aisle and you could look for it there, so you could narrow down your search. All right, so there are the signs, and each of the signs tells you what is on that aisle. So if you can read the sign, then you can figure it out. If you can't read the sign, then you can go ask the person who works in the store. There we go. So each of the aisles has that sign, and then like I said, then there's smaller signs telling you exactly where to find stuff. So this store is very well organized. All right, and we're gonna keep walking a little bit and we're gonna look at the different checkouts. So this is just a regular checkout. You walk up, you put all your things, on this little conveyor belt and it rolls up, and there would be a person standing there checking you out and putting your things in a bag. Or if you'd rather do it yourself, you have that option, and I'll show you what that looks like. And here it is. Here's the self-checkout. So you come up here and you zap your own things and you put them in the bag. All right, and you can do all of that yourself, and then you pay right here. And then we're back to the front. I'll show you what's at the front. There's some bags of ice. The carts are all at the front. And then before we leave, we get the last thing they say to you before you leave the store is, thank you. We look forward to seeing you again soon. And that is the end of my video. I'm going to go back out the same door that I came in. And it's going to open automatically. And then also there's some different floor textures. So I want you to notice that at the front, there's a carpet. And then the rest of the store has a floor. All right, so you have different flooring, a lot of different things to give you a clue about where you are in the store. And the door opening is a really nice sound clue. Here we go. We're going to go back out the same door. And I will talk to you soon. Just like the store says, thank you. I hope to see you soon.